Hi, I'm Sandeep Kharka. My student number is EMB 80367. Our group is presenting on the topic accounting for leases. And let's begin. I'm going to talk about executive summary and introduction of this assignment. Uh, this report has been drafted by concentrating on the topic accounting for leases. Two different articles are selected for meeting the requirements of the current report. This report has been started with an introduction about the elements to be focused on this report, followed by a brief discussion on the two selected articles. This report has been ended with an overall conclusion by considering the two articles selected for the current report. The current report is conducted for shedding light on the accounting for leases and its application by lease providing organizations or the major players of such leasing activities. For the purpose of this report, two articles are selected, both of which are based on accounting for leases. In this report, the reason for selecting these two articles is provided along with the purpose of two studies and the questions answered by the authors in their articles. The similarities and differences between the two selected articles are also included in this report. Accompanies with the usefulness for such articles for external reporting stakeholders is also addressed. The entire report is ended with an overall conclusion regarding lease accounting. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Bizay Kumar Baratoki and I'm here to talk about the reasons for selecting the two articles for the current research. So the reasons why we selected these articles is because it helps us to provide, first of all, the information about the place of lease, such as the banks, financial institutions, independent individuals, and even captive leasing companies. Similarly, it also helps us to gather information about the types of lease and the expenses associated with such lease as operating expenses. Similarly, it also helps us to understand the background of the existing accounting models for lease accounting and their usefulness in faithfulness representation of lease-oriented financial transactions. Also, it helps us to collect information about the standard made for lease accounting and the definition of capital lease made hereunder as well as the international standard. Thank you. With this, I would like to conclude my part.
Hi, my name is Saurabh Koirala and my student ID is 8041 and I am going to talk about similarities and difference between the two studies. Similarities. The two articles developed by Hossie titled Accounting for Lease and the Failure of Converge and Gross titled The Path of Lease Residents are how change to lease accounting treatment may impact your business are similar in terms of basic concentration of lease. Besides this, both of the two studies may focus on major types of lease. So similarities are they both focus on major types of leases and basic concentration of lease. And the differences one article has concentrated on capital lease and financial lease, for which he has presented the definition made by standard SFAS 13 on capital lease, and this is definition made by standard IAS 17. The author has presented in an in-depth idea about capital lease and finance lease by considering the standard made on these two types of lease. Thank you.
This is Suraj Sake. My student number is TIA 8148. Today I am going to talk about the implications and usefulness of external stakeholders. And there are three major implications of external stakeholders. It is accountants working in an Australia-based company. They make the accounting process for lease easier by helping them in classifying capital lease, operating lease, and financial lease by considering the definition provided by SFAS 13 and IAS. It helps the accounting to act in compliance with the accounting standards for different types of lease. Number two is like accounting regulators. This helps the accounting regulators like ISAB to measure and evaluate accounting and financial reporting performance of company with operating lease, useful for detecting the company those are not complying with the lease accounting standards. And the third one is investors. Investors become capable and selecting best possible and profitable investment decisions by considering net worth of the company along with their financial ratios like current ratios, return on assets, and debt to equity ratio. It's helpful to measure compensation contracts along with vendors agreement made by companies which often become affected by the lease accounting. By this, I would like to conclude my part, and I'll thank you.
Hi, I'm Milan Oza. My student ID is EMB8998. Today we are presenting the presentation on the topic of accounting for lease, and I have got the conclusion part. My conclusion part starts now. At the end of this report, it is quite often to conclude that in accounting transactions made for lease is very vital, and it is used to provide the positive as well as the negative impact on the income statement of the lease providing company. The proposed changes in accounting for lease are having substantial and significant impact on the company's financial statement, specifically for the company's practice with the operating leases. These impacts create economic consequences for the companies. The managers and the users of company's financial statement are aware of the changes proposed for lease accounting. They are proactive in terms of addressing all the potential problems and are capable of mitigating negative consequences generated by the newly lease accounting standards. The issue of the IFRS 16 by IASB is accepted by the accountants, and it is expected that the proposed changes in lease accounting will develop the accounting process for lessor and lessee. This is the end of our part. Thank you.